Right, so I'm gonna call to order the meeting of Thurston County Fire Protection District 8. This is our board meeting on April 14th, 2026. So do we have any public comments? We have no public today. Okay, so then we're on to the chief's report.
Okay, I apologize for the late date sending it out, but I was gone all last week on the Oregon coast. That was more important than doing that, so.
It sounds like this.
I got plenty of time to read it.
Yeah, drinking beer and wine, I mean, writing reports, I just,
What an environment to make decisions.
I know, I know. However, other than spelling the catchphrase that Pam got this month, by the way, she's the one that picked it, so. And she gets the prize.
What was the name?
I misspelled.
We misspelled March.
Oh, okay.
It was nothing big.
We did it on purpose, huh? So we know if we read it or not?
Yes.
That's what he said.
Don't usually catches it. I guess I'd ask if there were any questions about the report at all.
I do, if I may, I just want to ask you a little bit, you met with the Clean Air Agency? I
Yes.
wanted to ask you to elaborate a little bit on that,
Oh, what it is or what I
what
did?
it is and yeah.
Oh, well, long story, very long story short. When the federal government passed the Clean Air Act many, many years ago, each state was required to set up a statewide clean air agency of some sort. So Washington chose to put that under the Department of Ecology. And what they did was set up like 5 or 6 regions, I think, throughout the state. And the one we're in, the Olympic Clean Air Agency, it includes basically the Olympic Peninsula and Mason County and us. So they administer all of that. And years and years ago, when we had still kind of the Wild West, we had everybody wanted, in fact, we had burn barrels that we gave to people to burn stuff in, and they burned all sorts of bad stuff, I mean, plastics. But the law changed all of that, and everybody had to get rid of their burn barrels, including me. I love burn barrels. And ultimately, there was a big fight because people continued to burn while the law said they weren't, and the sheriff did not choose to enforce that, but people still called 911 and they got a fire truck there. So we usually 99% of the time ended up with a crew in a neighborhood spat, really is what they were. So you had one neighbor hating the other, and they just enjoyed seeing the fire truck drive out and embarrass the one neighbor. So we've tried to work for several years with our county government, with the state, the DNR, with Orca. It's called Working Out. It used to be called the WAC or something like that. And we, combination with the chiefs, the county fire chiefs in the county, and Orca and the DNR, created a Thurston County permit system. And it's worked pretty good. It's been in place now for, holy smokes, several years. I think 22, 21 was when we finally implemented the program. And we were the only county in the region that had that program, and it was self-driven. Orca was very supportive of it and everything. And so they were trying to, the Orca board was trying to expand that program to their other counties for implementation. And they kind of needed somebody to put an endorsement in. So since I've been there since ground zero, that they figured I was knowledgeable enough to speak a few words about it, which I did. I think it's a great program. So that's really, I was there on behalf of the county fire chiefs.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting history. I mean,
Yeah.
we used to have some real neighborhood battles. Awful. You know, we were right dead center. in the
Still
middle.
do. Hope there's still a couple around.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's good for me isn't always good for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Great. So staffing report.
Yeah, so we still have the same number of crew votes, so it's plus. We haven't lost any volunteers in the last month either, so we're maintaining. We did have 4, if you recall, last month. Eventually, we had 4 crew members that were out for different reasons. We had 2 of them come back, so that helped out. One of them came back on a day shift, so we have a a lighter duty person, we'll give up all the way. And then the fourth one is kind of in and out, so hopefully they get all the way back and all the way spun back up. No volunteers left, and I'm happy to say Friday, Lillian and I are testing. We have one possible two new volunteers, so we're going through our testing process, and we do have one more volunteer that's processing through the medical. To remind you, we've changed our volunteer onboarding to have the same psychological and medical assessment screening as our career staff. So after that, we had one additional volunteer that'll be joining us as soon as medicals are up and good. And we'll be doing another one or two more tests on Friday.
Thanks.
Out of curiosity, when you put somebody on light duty, you assign them tasks and duties?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a specific set of, here's things that'll help all of us admin types out.
Yeah.
We get to be very helpful.
Cool. Any questions? Any other questions?
Yes.
All right. So we'll move on then to the regional collaboration workshop. And Chief Pencamp's gonna.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
and I just talked with Chip about it, but go over involved. I thought it came off really well. I think Brooks did a wonderful job facilitating that. He's very, very good at that. Heard good comments from folks about it. We are planning on a meeting on the 27th of this month for the smaller group to get together from all 3 or 4 agencies actually, to begin work on massaging some information so that we come back to the respective boards with some answers based on issues and interest and questions that we received at the workshop. So we'll actually be more on this at our next meeting. But again, I haven't heard any complaints or negative comments about the whole thing from the public. I've asked a couple of members of the public. They were aware of it. I don't know how many of them sat down and have watched it, but they know something's going on. So I think that's important. We'll be putting out our first quarter newsletter, second quarter newsletter, and we'll have a article on that, and it will point anybody that's interested to the video that we made of the meeting. So
Nice.
glad to answer any questions.
No, I apologize for not attending. Work got me. It was our first line fire for the academy class, so I had to be there for that one. And same kind of feedback from our side of the street too. So it's nothing but positive from, at least from my world at least. So yeah, excited to go. Yeah.
Did not.
Well, I know they've talked about a regional fire authority ever since I became a fire commissioner, so it seems to take a 10-year process before it all comes about, and it's getting close to that, so yeah.
Yeah, who knows where it'll go for sure, but I think that at least talking about it and seeing, what the realities of the circumstances are and everything. The most important thing is being able to provide enough information so that people can make good decisions. Yes, really is the bottom line.
I'm looking forward to the next collaboration.
Yeah.
Okay, to learn more. All right, so policy 0-01 for public officials, roles and responsibilities. Did everybody get a chance to look at that?
Okay, now that one is,
I don't have a copy of it, I just have the agenda.
oh, okay, that's the one that we asked for action on. This is,
Or did we miss that one?
yeah,
I'm sorry, I missed it.
oh, that's fine.
Well, we can do this one first and we'll go back to.
Okay. Anyway, this one's sent out to y'all to look at. There's no action required tonight. I'd be glad to answer any questions on it. Essentially,
Which one are we talking about?
I'm sorry, it's 0-01 of public
Public
official
officials'
roles and
role and
responsibilities.
I jumped ahead. on
Oh,
that.
I guess I missed that one, because I have these two.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, I sent it out earlier this month.
For request for approval and one that's just a draft.
Oh,
That's a draft for reviews.
For
Yeah.
next-
that one I.
Yeah, we're not asking for action on it today.
Okay,
But anyway, it's basically the kind of the rules of the, Hoyle's rules for board members, so take a look at it. It's a good education process. We haven't gone over it for several years now, I think. But, anyway, there was Heidi,
You need this.
worked with, our
I know I
legal
have a copy
counsel
of that at
to
home.
I do too.
see if there were any WAC or RCW changes that would affect any of it or want any significant.
Yeah, okay.
It's good to
Yeah, there
know.
weren't very
Good
many
to know.
changes. I think the minor changes were there were references to organizations that are non-existent currently, things like that.
Okay, so nobody has any questions, we're
And
just gonna.
This month, if you have any
reread.
questions as you read through it, just give me a holler.
So, moving back to policies 1-91 PO 00 district strategic communications. Did you want them both together? Because it says
It doesn't matter. They were both ones that we had shared in
Yeah,
last month.
yeah.
I haven't, there were a couple of comments, we made some changes, but, again, we'd be glad to answer any questions and like board approval on both of those.
Any
I didn't have
questions?
any questions.
Okay, I make a motion that are we gonna just approve one at a time or both?
Whatever your motion is. You can do both.
It will be whatever your motion. is.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the 1-91 POs 00 and the 1-13 PO 00 as they are written.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Right, it's approved, G.
All right, thank you.
Right, so now we are down to the secretary report.
Oh, wow, you're moving fast.
Yes.
I have two sets of warrants. I did get some feedback on the workshop. Thank you, Commissioner Patrick, for that, and I did make those edits. Other than that, those are the draft minutes.
So we need to approve the minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from March 10th, 2026 and March 27th, 2026 as they are written.
I'll second.
Okay, so motion is seconded and all approved, all agree, right?
Aye.
Right, it is approved.
And then I
warrants,
sent the warrants out. Do you have any questions?
I do have one. It's in here a couple times and I probably should know this, but it says World Connect Energy Services and fuel. So what kind of fuel is that? Is that gasoline or is it some other kind of,
World Connect, I believe, is diesel.
so it's your diesel? Okay, I just don't, for some reason, the name sounded different. I didn't remember reading it. But what is
World
Yeah.
Connect.
Yep.
Yeah, that's in there twice in the Gold Harbor Mercantile.
Yeah. I know that they've been getting it from.
I believe it's diesel. It's the one that they have the fuel cards for.
Do they have to go out there on Lily Road? That one station,
Yeah, I think so.
right
Star.
on Lily Road as you.
Maybe you're
Use the Merc, and we also use the one across the road here.
Which other one do you
The
use?
Mercantile
Station.
on Boston Harbor.
Yeah, I know that one. And
And
then,
then Chevron station across the street.
oh, that's the other
Oh,
one?
so that's World Connect.
Okay.
Maybe.
I was
just
thinking it
wondering,
was
I
the,
hadn't heard
I
that
think
name.
it was the one Wade and.
I think that's the company card.
They used to have
The
the
gas
gas
station.
They just.
Connect
go across the
Energy
street.
Services, well, it's
Partly
fuel, so I-
because you had to go
And it was
down
in
to
here
the
a few
district.
times.
Oh,
So I was like,
okay.
okay, this was
Not
curious.
that far out of the
Yeah.
district, but.
Yeah,
That
Not
might
saying
be
don't-
that might be the supplier for the Chevron, whatever.
Yeah.
brand
It's for
station.
the apparatus.
It's not Chevron, it's,
Oh, mobile or something?
Yeah,
Whatever
but
it is.
Something else.
I think this is the company that supplies the fuel, sort of like Fred Myers is some other program. Yeah,
That was my question of the week.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah,
I had a question on, there was one up on the first page there about electrical. 288. Yeah, 288.
Hmm.
Yeah, electrical
that's right.
troubleshooting.
Troubleshooting for what? That's, I did wrote that down at home.
North Pacific Electric Inc. And it's for $4,673. 25 cents.
And
Electrical troubleshooting.
Was that the generator issue? Square D.
well, that would be square deal.
It was what number? 288?
288. North Pacific Electric.
Unfortunately, I've got this listed by date, not item number, so I gotta find it.
It's 319.
Oh, I see it, I found it, okay, North Pacific Electric. I think they might have come out with, I think it might have to do with the generator. We're actually gonna be having the power down on the entire, station at the end of this month on the 30th. I believe that's.
If that, I don't know what it's coded, but that probably could be phase one, station 83 upgrades for the new fire pump. Is a capital expenditure, not a maintenance expenditure. I
Okay,
believe North
so,
Pacific is subbing to
I'll double check on it. and
the
get back to you.
companies installing the
Sure.
fire pump and.
right, so,
And the emergency generator.
Correct, wouldn't that be,
It would be capital money, but I don't,
But it wouldn't be troubleshooting.
wouldn't it be subbed through the prime contractor? What was the name of the prime?
oh,
So
in that case, it
you
would
would
be.
pay it to the prime and the prime would pay it to subs.
It's
Right.
In better rating.
So, but this is not listed as that. This is listed as a check that went to this North Electric, whatever. Yeah,
We'll find out then.
okay.
And it wasn't coded to CRNR, so I'm pretty sure
No.
it's got to
Because-
here.
but I know
I
we've been
will follow
doing,
up with it tomorrow and send
we've been
it.
doing a lot of electrical work out at 83,
Okay,
but you're right, it would have been paid to the contractor.
yeah, and that's the reason that because there was payment in there for the work at 83 through the prime contractor.
Yeah.
I saw there, that was listed, but this was different.
That's a good question to find out.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions about the warrants?
Thanks.
oh, yeah, my pleasure.
Okay, so I make a motion, we approve the check register for the warrants, from 3/05/26 to 4/30/26 as it is written. And with Heidi getting back to us on the north, so the breakdown of what it is. Great, great. All right. They're approved.
Great.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna give you an update on the goal 2 and what the community or communications outreach team has been doing. Well, I've already shared with you at last month's meeting that we did meet, we did a public education presentation with the South Bay Elementary School in March. We did our push-in ceremony. And for April, we are going to be attending a South Bay Grange open house, which will be on the 25th. And then May 2nd, we've been requested to attend a Boston Harbor bike race, and they wanted one of our EMTs to be on duty in case something happens. So we're planning to do that. We've been posting our social media posts, and the most popular post thus far in the month of March anyway was the dog story. You guys might have read about that one.
Yeah.
They love dogs. And I did turn in a draft. Well, it was my final, but could be a potential draft goal 2 regarding I'm going to blank now. How we can interact with our community and get meaningful two-way communication. I did send that to the chief this week, so once he approves it, he'll share it, we'll share it the next board meeting. Any questions?
That's awesome. Right.
Right, that's all I have, and I don't have any announcements. It looks like, well, I did mention the power outage, that's not gonna really affect anybody. We have the conference coming up in October, that's still several months away. Other than that, I don't have any other meaningful announcements right now.
Right. So we're on to commissioners' comments already, guys.
Wow.
Fastest meeting ever.
Yeah, on that, I just want to say, late today, I received the document from WFCA about the commissioner, actually, it's the roles and responsibilities of fire commissioner and fire chiefs. This seminar is going to be this weekend, if anybody's interested in signing up for that.
Is it online?
Pardon me?
Is it online?
I sent Heidi a link, And it should be online.
Okay,
Yeah.
And, it's gonna be live at South Sound 911 up in Tacoma, but I'm gonna zoom in.
Yeah.
It's about a 3-hour seminar.
Did you send that to all of us so we can, look, does it have the link on it and everything?
It does, and I had sent it out earlier.
Oh, you did, okay, so I
It
just,
isn't required, though. If you, to meet your legal requirement, you don't have to do that one.
Okay.
You can do the abridged version.
Okay.
Which, if you need to do that, I can send that to you. But if you're interested in that,
I mean,
I did send it out.
going to the one in October, is that? I mean,
They always have it there.
Yes, Snorri usually. puts it
Yeah.
on.
cause I always go to
That's
the
the tried
October
and
meeting,
true.
so
Yeah,
I'm assuming that.
yeah,
will
this is
fill in
not
my
Snorri, this is
Job duties.
Eric Quinn will be doing this.
Nice.
He's not quite as entertaining as Snorri.
The colorful stories.
It's much nicer to listen to him online. You know, when you can zoom in on it, because you can get up and move around, because you just put your
Oh, yeah.
Close
screen up.
your eyes and.
Yeah, yeah. You can be washing dishes and doing all that
oh
and
my gosh.
just still listen to in the background so you don't quite fall asleep. like
Multitasking.
this.
All right.
Yeah.
Any more comments from commissioners? No, that's it today. All right, so review and follow up.
We will, like I say, have our first, task force meeting on the 27th on the collaboration stuff. And.
And then follow up on the.
Oh, the question
Yeah,
on
one
the
question,
invoice, yeah.
yeah.
Right. Well, you guys, I'm gonna adjourn this meeting. This went very fast.
Wow, man.
Thanks for attending.
Let's go fishing.
Yeah.
Short,
Step
sweet.
outside.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to go far. Really nice.
Your job.
Yeah.
Comments.
I can handle it.